Hey you guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. And if you don't know this guy, it's my friend Jason Pesaconis. We're back up here at Timeless Kustoms. Finally getting to shoot this damn car. How long has this been done for now?
2.5 years.
Yeah. I'm glad Kevin's finally letting us shoot it.
Yeah, I think when he has them, he wants to drive them.
Yeah.
This is the first car we built for him, ground up. So after we finished his Camaro, bad news.
Right.
We started this car.
Clean starter car?
Super nice, real SS 396 car. No sheet metal replaced on it. So
Really?
yeah.
There's no flaring or anything. You've left the body as is, right?
Yeah, this car is very minimal. I think the only thing we've done to this car is we did the drip molding.
Is that stock hood scoops?
Those are stock. We've taken the insert out of them and we've opened them up to add some sort of ventilation to the hood.
That's a cool idea, actually, to leave it original but not.
Yeah, make it functional. Yeah, originally they weren't vents, so they're opened up and they allow air in and out. I think it's a good thing.
Tucking bumpers, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Tucked and tightened the bumpers. Got rid of the bowl holes for the bracketry. Lower front valence.
Splitter, that's not stock, right?
No, that's not stock. That's actually a Sean Smith design piece that we fabricated.
Oh, cool. Aluminum.
Yeah. And it's very fitting to the car.
Because the stance is great on the car, but you know, Chevelles always have that tendency to have kind of a higher front end.
Right, it really balances the nose on the car.
It does, it brings it down a bit, it's nice.
But for the most part, I mean, just spend a lot of time getting the car squared up, getting the gaps right, and then getting the car really straight so we could shoot black on top of it.
Yeah.
It's PPG, base coat, clear coat.
And you said it's a factory GM black.
It is a factory General Motors black. Not something we normally do, but it happened on this car.
Let's dig in on some of the mechanical. Let's pop the hood, because I don't remember what you put in this car.
This is an LSX 454, 9-to-1 compression, and then an LS9 blower on top of it. It runs an LS9 front accessory drive. It is wet sump, so it's not dry sump like an LS9, but it really doesn't need to be for this application. We only run 7 pounds of boost in it. The car makes 620 wheel, 650 foot-pounds of torque, so it makes plenty of power.
Plenty, and you could easily pump the boost on it and get
Absolutely.
900 horsepower out.
Yeah, we could dump a bunch of boost into the
Yeah.
engine, but you know, it wasn't the goal in this car. The goal was really just to have a really nice driving car.
Yeah.
So it's backed by a 4L80 and then a 9-inch with 355 gears.
A total just driver car, huh?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, beautiful, but like, and I know he's into automatics. He likes an easier drive.
It's practical for him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's a very busy guy. I think having the automatic in the car just makes it that much easier to deal with whatever he has going on.
Yeah.
You know, I think the car runs great with the automatic in it, and it just lends to the way the car really was built, just to be a good driver,
Yeah.
solid driver. The car doesn't have a cage in it, which is something that, you know, we really normally
Is it a
push.
chassis car? Is it a Morrison chassis?
It is a Morrison chassis car, so it has a C6 front suspension in it. It has a triangulated 9-inch rear suspension in it, but it's not tied up with a cage. We took extra measures to make sure that the car would just live life happy without the cage in it.
Yeah.
The body really has only been mini tubbed and trans tunneled to deal with the chassis. It has our standard 1.7" header, 3-inch exhaust. This car wears a set of Borla mufflers all the way out the back. It has a sheet metal fabricated fuel tank that we built for the car, kind of to mimic the rear rail of the car, just so nothing was hanging down in the back of the car. Aeromotive, dual fuel pumps, manual brake again.
I thought you said on automatic cars you do power and on manuals you do manuals.
You know, we do that. This car ended up manual just simply because it was really easy.
Yeah.
And we built this car kind of simultaneously with another Chevelle. They both kind of wore the same package.
Yeah.
So this car has the carbon ceramic Brembo brake package on it. We're obviously very happy with this brake package.
Yeah.
I mean, we run it on everything we build.
Sure.
So,
and it's been on the road for a couple of years now, so you know, if he wasn't happy with it, he would have said boost it. Right.
You know, a lot of times when you boost the brake system, if you're gonna run a vacuum booster, you kind of have to figure out where you're gonna put it. And a lot of times packaging becomes a big issue. So the manual brake system is real easy to package, and that's probably a benefit of why we stick with it so often. On our newer builds that are getting more sophisticated, we will incorporate the vacuum booster, but we'll sync it into the firewall, and we'll really pay attention to where it is and how it's located and work around it.
God, it's such a damn clean engine bay, man. This is all you guys obviously building all your inner sheet metal.
Right, so we set the engine and trans back quite a bit, so you can see there's a pretty big pocket in the firewall. The dampener is almost center line with the rack and pinion, so the engine's probably back 7.5 inches, maybe 8 inches from factory. And then all the sheet metal inner aprons and stuff like that, they're all done by us.
So you're really back behind the axle, aren't
Right,
you?
right.
For your weight distribution.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the weight distribution, right? This car is very close. I think it's 54, 46. So it's pretty close to the magic number. Routing the intake tube and the radiator hoses and the catch cans, just to make a car that's super reliable, easy to drive, and really maintenance free, just so he can enjoy it.
Yeah, I always love what you guys do. I mean, this is a simple one to miss, but I love the way your strikers catch in here.
Yeah, it's got a dual mount system, so a safety latch in the center and then a dual mount, and it kind of cleans up the center of the front of the car, and then obviously we've sealed that up.
Is that still stock grille that's just been treated differently?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. Okay.
Just powder coated. Dapper headlight.
Which is pretty much a go-to for you, right?
It is, yeah. But it's a great product. Works great too, you know, drive the car at night, they work great.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Forge lines, I know you.
Forge line. The front wheel is a 19.9. The rear wheel is a 19/12. I believe the front has a 275 on it. The rear has a 335.
Nice.
Michelin Sport Cup 2s.
And you see the big brake package coming through. God, those brakes are how big's the rotor up front?
15.5-inch front rotor.
Jeez, dude. Yeah. That's so cool. This is such a bitchin' car, man. It's so, you know, I don't mean this in any other way than a compliment. It's very simple.
Yeah, and I think the black adds to it. It doesn't make a big statement because it's not in your face.
I mean, even down to like keeping stock, I'm guessing repop, but stock looking
Just
handles.
a powder coated stock
Even,
handle.
this is one of those that sometimes drives me nutty, but I can understand it just for me personally, not having a right side view.
I mean, that's how the cars were delivered originally, right?
That's why I'm saying the simplicity of this, how much of this car has been left Chevelle really what it was. I mean, the only thing that stands out physically on it is the front splitter.
Yes, absolutely.
You know? Even the drip rails, if you're not looking, I mean, you're gonna miss that.
Yep.
So the tank's up under, so we can't see that, huh? The tank you built?
Well, yeah, the whole idea was to have a tank that didn't get in the way and didn't hang down and didn't stick in your face. So the tank's tucked up real tight, and it has a nice roll in it that kind of follows the chassis.
Boy, the way the car sits without anything showing underneath, it looks really wide. The ass looks so wide on this thing.
She got a great ass!
The rear bumper has the same thing. It's been tightened up, tucks, edges have been rolled in, and then, you know, we have badged the car. The car obviously is named Darkness. So instead of the factory Chevelle badge across the back.
Put in the same letter.
Put in the same letter, yes.
Yeah.
I like the Darkness because if you look at the brake caliper, we have the SS at the end of Darkness, which the car was a super sport, right? And we kind of played on that on the font on the brake calipers. So
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, it kind of all comes together.
Thorson interior?
No, this has
a Gabe's?
This has a Gabe's in it.
That's right. Kevin does all his stuff with Gabe, right?
He does.
Yeah. And that's no knock on Eric, but
no.
Boy, oh boy, what they do.
Yeah, I think this is the treat of the car right here.
Oh, dude.
The interior in this car is fantastic.
Oh, God, just the smell alone is glorious, man. Oh my gosh, this is, boy, oh boy, Gabe's just, you know, they just kill it every time. Was Sean, did he have any involvement in the interior?
You know, I don't know if Sean drew this interior or not.
Yeah.
We built the dash. Obviously, we incorporated the navigation in it, but then we built the cluster and opened up the pockets. So,
bitchin' auto meters?
Yeah, auto meter gauges. They've been painted, they've been detailed, they've been pinstriped.
See, now I can't picture an original Chevelle enough. Did you change positions or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have just had a slotted single gauge.
Right.
And the Speedo was a huge, massive sweep with a bunch of idiot lights.
Yes.
We've staggered the gauge in depth to bury the boost gauge, to offset the boost gauge underneath, brought the Speedo up and the tack up. There's a lot of time just in creating that, which is really the focus when you're driving the car.
It's why I love interiors so much, is it's where you're spending your time as the guy that owns the car, you know? And
right.
I mean, you can see all your gauges clearly with your steering wheel set where you want it, you know? I even like that you did a Chevy
bow tie.
Yeah.
It's simple. As a car builder, when you take apart somebody's car, you really get to see the stuff that nobody sees. I really notice those things, the detail, right? Like whether it's the same hardware or the way the parts are fastened or the way the parts are built or the way the parts are protected. Those things to me go a long way. So whenever I take apart one of these interiors, I'm never disappointed. They've thought about the way the car goes back together, not thinking, oh, this car's only gonna be put together once. Every time we take apart one of these cars with a Gabe's interior in it, we're reminded that they think about those things. Yeah, they care. They think about those things as well. So yeah, I like that.
Did you build the center console or is that a Gabe's build?
It's a Gabe's. We positioned obviously the shifter and the window switches. Gabe's did the rest of it. Our brake pedal and our gas pedal are billet, and they carry the darkness theme through as well.
Did you guys build those or is that something you're...
We designed them and then we had our CNC guy machine them.
Gotcha.
And then they're black anodized.
Sure. And I'm sure this car must have audio.
Yep, there's a full audio system in it and a couple subs.
Probably focal or something.
All focal, correct. Vintage air, obviously, for AC. I really like these vents. They really fit this dash well.
Yeah, I agree.
They spin, they do whatever they want, and then you close them right up and they kind of just disappear.
Door panels are beautiful, man.
Yeah, and the way that the door panel fits the dash when the door's closed.
That does, huh? It closes into here. Wow, nice. What are these seats?
They're Recaros.
Cut down?
Cut down, correct.
Can we look at the trunk as well?
Absolutely.
This is slick. I'm guessing audio and battery and...
Yeah, there's a little storage behind that where you could put your detail supplies, microfiber, stuff like that.
Behind this panel here?
Yeah.
I love little shit like that though. That thought, you know? And then when you close it, it locks it back in. Hell yeah, man.
Shout out to Gabe's.
Well, hell, let's go camera up and drive this bitch. Are you gonna stay here and let me and Kyle go by ourselves again?
Yeah, you guys can do that.
I figured you'd do that. Yeah. Well, we're gonna leave Jason working and we're gonna go drive. God, what a bitchin' interior, huh, man?
Yeah, really simple and nice. Feels good in here, comfortable. He said this is a chassis car, right?
It is. That's all Jason does anymore. He won't build on stock platforms any longer. He's been in a mode for quite a while now where everything he does, he's a big Art Morrison guy, so he does Morrison chassis on everything. This is so cool. Kevin, if you get to ever see this video, thank you for letting us shoot your car. Thanks for letting me drive it. I promise I'll be mellow. Did say to let it at about 50 hit it. So
that was like quarter
just so
throttle.
you understand, that was less than half throttle from 50 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And you feel it come on.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it handles it nice. Like that was super
Look at how I'm
smooth.
driving already, just one hand. Like you can tell if you wanted to just get after it in this car, it's got it. It's got it available. But
Yeah, when you put your foot down, you feel it drop a gear and it's ready to just go.
ready. But like just cruising like we are right now, what
Solid.
a nice driving car.
Windows
huh,
up, relaxed and easy.
This is, man.
Yeah, feel that kick down? Damn. Yeah, this is
like-
more of a cruiser.
We haven't even, by the way, we haven't even come on to boost at all yet.
Yeah, you're just pulling right out of it.
What a nice car, man. And you can tell with it, I mean, there's no question, if you want to let this thing eat, it'll eat.
Yeah,
No
but it's
doubt.
different. It's a different kind of like
It
power.
is, it's more cruise mode.
Yeah, it gets after it.
Again, that's half, maybe half, not even, that wasn't even half throttle.
Yeah.
This is one of those interiors, I talk about it a lot, you know, where I talk about interiors that some interiors you get in and you forget what car you're in.
Right.
This is one of those, and I'm not saying it in a bad way, Jason, Gabe's, Kevin, all you guys that had your choices on this. Not in a bad way, it's just, you're in something else now.
Yeah, it's not a Chevelle anymore.
Which is super,
Yeah.
which is cool in its own, it's just a
No,
different
I think that's
flavor.
what they wanted too, though, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
And if Sean Smith wasn't involved in this car, it has a flavor of some of his styling keys,
Right.
in my opinion.
Totally.
Oh man, this is like, let's go to Santa Barbara or something.
cruise,
Like, let's
yeah.
get on the road and
Yeah.
drive for hours, you know?
Yeah, it feels like a touring car.
You can feel it hitting bumps though. It's stiff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not race car uncomfortable stiff.
No,
but
this is set up way different. Jason's really good with his suspension geometry and all that, how he sets things up. He understands it
getting
really
spring
well.
rates right.
Yeah.
It's such an important part of that.
Yeah.
God, this is so nice with the windows up too. You guys will laugh at me, anyone that's living in a part of the country or world that's cold right now. We're in our California cold season. So it's about 58 degrees up here.
Yeah.
I'm like got my hoodie on and I'm still cold.
Damn. Yeah, it doesn't scare me though. This thing isn't like,
But you got to remember, dude, I have not put my foot past half throttle, and we're on all engine. I have not even come into boost one time driving this car today.
okay.
Sorry, guys. By the way, I know some of you guys get bummed out that I don't pound on other people's cars. If you ever get the chance to drive somebody else's $500, $600, $700, whatever $1,000 car it is, and you beat the shit out of it, probably last time someone's letting you drive one, right?
For this being a ground up build, it's got to be at least $500,000, right?
I mean, I would sure guess it's got to be in that range. You start adding the price of the components together, the quality of the paint and body,
Gabe's interior.
Gabe's interior.
Yeah.
I mean, start ticking the boxes and you know it adds up for sure. But one of the things that always knocks me out, Jason's a real master paint and body guy.
Yeah.
And you look at the gaps on a Timeless Kustoms car and typically they're spot on.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And this, all right, yeah, you got into it on that one.
So that was about 3/4 pedal, and the roll-on was at about right around 60 miles an hour. So now you felt it.
Yeah, I felt that one, yeah.
I don't know, for me, I mean, you know, like,
U-turn up here if I can.
You said U-turn?
Yeah.
you know, it's one we talk about on our, ooh, I don't like this for a U-turn, by the way.
No, we're not making it.
Oh,
good, though.
where's the, is there a reverse lockout? Oh shit, dude, we're screwed.
We're totally screwed. No, hold on, we're trying to find reverse. There you go.
There we go.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. It's that. That freaked me out for a second. I knew with this type of shifter, there's going to be a reverse lockout.
Yeah.
You know, I found it. It's this button up here.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That got sketcy for a second. Over that bump so easy.
This car just drives, and do you notice under acceleration, it's not doing anything weird whatsoever.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
it points straight and goes.
My only gripe about this car, honestly, and this is for any of you guys that haven't seen me talk about a car before, I never gripe at a car unless it's really damn good, and then you find yourself getting nitpicky. And here's my only nitpicky thought. As I'm getting ready to make a U-turn, it's not like a huge, massive turning radius. But look, we just did that. It's not awful,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But
And when
you've been in certain cars where you're like, wow, this thing turns good, you know?
Yeah.
This is like, it could have a little bit better of a turning radius.
Yep. I swear to you, that's the only thing that stood out to me was the U-turn we tried to make in that other spot.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I mean, shit, it points straight and goes. It's the suspension, the way he's got it fucking dialed in. The power delivery's great. I mean, it's like, this is everything you want it to be, man. We're at 50. Jason said 50 roll on, right? So 50 roll on.
Hell yeah. That felt good.
Nice car.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's 6 PSI right there.
Brakes feel good.
Brakes feel good. I mean, it's not a gnarly bump there, but some cars, boy, some
Yeah.
cars that would make me really nervous on.
Man, I really like the brakes. That feels good.
Nice touch on them. Puts a smile on my face. I mean, feeling how it steers, you know, how it's super articulate, straight on point. But you can tell there's like a slight amount of play to make it more of a cruiser. Not, I mean, that could be tightened up if Jason wanted it to be an autocross car or something.
Yeah.
But like, it's a responsive car, you know. I see he really built what he planned on. You know, he built a car that looks sick, falls into the resto mod realm, but more of a powerful cruiser. It's really what it is. It's got plenty of power, but it's like, yeah, I'm gonna cruise in this thing.
Definitely more of a resto mod than a pro touring car.
Yes.
Nice. Hell yeah. Sick car.
I mean,
It's so cool.
that, my friends, is a seriously badass car, and it's one of my favorite things about what Jason and his team at Timeless Kustoms do, is not only build great looking cars that look like this, like a total show car, right? Like if it was just a show car, you could respect it. But the fact that it drives down the road like it does, that effortless and easy to drive, when you want power, it's right there waiting for you. Just a great car, man. I'm really, once again, knocked out by what Jason and his team does. Kevin, another thank you for letting me shoot this car. I really appreciate it, dude. It was a joy driving this thing down the road. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for hanging and watching what we do, and I will see you in the next one. All right, man, later.